Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the Survivor Girl podcast. Happy Survivor Girl Sunday. I am coming to you live tonight in studio, and I'm kind of changing the direction tonight as usual. We usually have talk about uplifting and all kinds of different things like that with survivors, guests, whatnot. But tonight we're kind of doing a Survivor Girl Spotlight edition. I have a very special guest from the library that's joining me tonight, and I'm super excited to have her talk to me about the millage and everything that's kind of going on with our local library that I absolutely adore. We all love our library here in Carroll. But first, before I get into that and introduce her, I want to say the disclaimer that I am not a doctor. I cannot prescribe medical, any kind of thing like that. I'm not a therapist. I just basically do Survivor Girl to uplift and inspire others. So I'm so thankful that you guys are joining me to be here. And tonight with me, my very special guest is Melissa Armstrong from the Carroll District Public Library. And we're going to go ahead and bring her on. She is actually on video with her tonight. We are not actually in studio together, but that's okay because we're practicing the social distancing and being safe. So I'm so thankful that she is here to talk to me about what the millage is for the Carroll Library. So Melissa, without further ado, thank you so much for joining me. There's a lot of stuff that's kind of going on right now with our beloved library, and I know there are so many people out there that agree with me that it is important that we continue to have our library because there's so many great things that you guys do. So I just wanted to go ahead and have you talk to me or talk to all of us a little bit about the what's going on with the library, what the millage is all about, and give us the facts on that.
Hi, Heather. It's good to be here today. Can everybody hear me? I just want to make sure.
Perfect.
And awesome. So, my name is Melissa Armstrong. I am the Assistant Director at the Carroll Area District Library. And we have a millage coming up in 2 days. And I just want to give a little fact sheet about that, little facts. The majority of the library's funding comes from our local millage. We vote, the community votes on it every 10 years. The millage will be up for renewal, like I said, on the August 2020 ballot. And it's a renewal. There's no extra taxes going to be incurred. It'll be, there's no raise, anything like that. So what we're doing is we're requesting to renew the millage of 1.4909 mils that was approved in 2010. If approved, the renewal will again be for a time frame of 10 years. We will not raise your taxes. It is a renewal at the same rate that you have been paying for the last 10 years. Our library is funded by the millage for 78% of our budget. The local millage is a tax paid on property that is located inside the library district. The library district boundaries are complicated, but the simplest way to explain it is that if you live in the city limits or in Almer, Ellington, Indian Fields, Juniata, or Wells Township, and you are in the Carroll School District, then you are in the library district. The easiest way to see how much tax you paid in the library in 2019 is to look at your winter tax bill. We also get penal fines from part of our budget, and that's only 11% of our budget. We get a tiny bit of state aid, which we totally appreciate, and that's for 9% of the budget. And then the other is from donation, grants, copying and printing, faxes. We recently went fine-free about 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. So if you are late bringing your books back or your movies, you don't get a penalty unless you don't ever return them. So that's been really something great that we've been doing.
That is really cool, a cool thing that you guys have done. And there's so many great things that you guys have, and I know you're going to probably get more into that, but I just want to say just how important the library is to not just me, but a lot of people that I know here in Carroll and from surrounding areas that are able to have access to the library.
It And you're right. I mean, if we weren't in the middle of a pandemic, we'd be pumping up, getting ready to have our kids come back to school and to, the library. We've got a huge teen um, group that comes to the library and hangs out there. I mean, there's not a community center in Carroll, so, we kind of become that community center. We have programs of all types. We have a music festival every year. We have gardening courses. We have a seed library. We have teen programming. Let's see what else. We just got done with summer reading. I mean, we had a lot of people doing that. I think 200 kids signed up, maybe a little less, but that's really great for what we can do right at this moment. We have curbside delivery right now, 6 days a week, and people are really digging that and coming and getting all their books, and the kids have been doing crafts that we've been, a craft that we just send with them for the curbside. So yeah, that's a lot of the things that we do. I mean, we have 82,000 items that you can check out at the
Oh,
library.
wow. I didn't know that you guys had that many. And I also thought it was really cool that you guys were doing the laptop thing now, that's something that's available. And then, during the winter time, you guys had the lights that people were able to check out to help with seasonal depression and stuff. There's so many great things that you guys do, from free classes to crafts, the seed library, like you were mentioning, just so many amazing things that you guys offer. And that's part of that money that comes from the millage, right?
Yes, it is. It totally is. We actually we have. Let's see. We're also going to be getting hotspots too. That's not going to be ready for a while, but you can check out a hotspot and take it home with you and have internet access. So we're doing that too.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
we had 21,000 computer and Wi-Fi sessions last year. I mean, we do a lot. I mean, every minute you're thinking up these ideas, just, you know, getting out there and getting people to be in our community and see what we have to offer. It's really an uplifting place.
It is, absolutely. I have been able to come and experience some of the classes. I went to two of the drill work classes. And when you guys had the birds come in, I mean, and that doesn't just do stuff for our community too, but that helped to put towards that program as well, with people coming to actually see the birds and everything, and the education, all of the education. You guys not only have all of those items, but you bring these classes to help educate people. And it's so important. There's just so many things that the library does as a whole, as a wheel, and I find it, for me, it's got me through a lot of times. And that's really important. And I talk about this kind of stuff on Survivor Girl because not only am I able to check out books that help me to get through everything that I'm facing or whatnot, or just having something fun to read, but these things are super important, especially to people that are like me as a survivor. I'm able to go and get on and use the computer to look up things to help now educate myself, And not only that, there's just so many different things that you guys offer, and that helps. That helps out a lot.
It really does. And we're in a community that, you know, is socioeconomically depressed. We don't have a lot of money. So we do a lot with the little bit of money that we do have. Our budget is mostly staffing, the materials and the programming. We got to keep up our building. And, just we work with a shoestring budget, and we make it work. We really do.
Yeah, you guys go above and beyond. I feel, and these are my opinions only. It's not for me to sway or anything like that with this millage coming up or anything, but I really want to talk with you guys and reach out to you guys because it is something that's important to me. However, go and check out. I mean, she's going to give some more facts, and we appreciate that, Melissa, on more of what everything is, going on. But, guys, do your due diligence. I can't say that. See, um, find out what it is that this whole thing is about so that you guys can vote properly. We're just here to kind of give more of the facts and to talk a little bit about what's happening with the library and what's going on. And you guys have been going above and beyond right now with the pandemic going on and going into these phases safely to help our community, to keep everybody safe, and to still continue to get books or whatever it is that our community needs. Because right now, especially with us being home and everything else that's been happening, that has been such a huge thing. And I'm sure that's helped boost people's spirits and everything. So we thank you guys for that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I also do a home delivery service for people that can't get out. And I mean, I drove around and delivered about 200 books in just a couple days last week to the elderly mostly. That's another service that we offer. And it's a really rewarding job. I do want to bring up something that has come about in the last couple of weeks, and I just want to clarify. And it's about I'm just going to read off this statement that we posted today about uh, an angry patron.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Please share with everybody.
Okay, so in the last couple of weeks, there's been an issue with someone that's not happy, and here's the statement that we put out there. This statement is written in response to the accusation that the library has pornography on our website. The Carroll Area District Library does not have pornography on our website. There is a patron that is very upset that the ebook collection we participate includes a category called erotic literature. We are a very small library in terms of, a big city. So we have to band together with other libraries, and it's called the White Pine Library Cooperative.
I've
And
used that. Yeah, that's
yeah,
awesome.
we have we cannot afford our own ebook platform. So we participate in the Fuel Your Mind digital collection. Development is done by a centralized basis. That being said, erotic literature is one of many genres. There's 123 to be exact that you can look at and download onto your device to read. Uh, the erotica literature only makes up 0.4% of the total collection. We support our patrons' right to read, and our library collection development is based on providing materials for all patrons. Just as some patrons would be angry if we removed the Western genre based on its treatment of Native Americans, we would have patrons angry if we removed erotic literature genre based on this person's preferences. Censorship is a very slippery slope, and not one that we plan on treading on. As you may know, our library millage is up for renewal on Tuesday. The library millage makes up 78% of our total income. Without this income source, the library will cease to operate within a very few months. We hope that you value the materials and you value our programs and our services and hope to offer them in the future.
That is very well written, very respectable, to the point, and very informative of what is going on. And when I read that, I see nothing but, like I said, respect from you guys and with the situation, and also the comments from patrons are very much in support of the library and what you guys are doing to continue to keep everybody educated and continue to allow us to all have our own preferences, sorry, of what we read and how we are able to use the digital library. I mean, you don't, just because it's out there doesn't mean that we have to read that if that's not what we want to read. That's everybody's own option. And we appreciate you guys giving us the option to even have those books available if that is what we choose to read.
Exactly. Thank you for saying that. That's I deliver, like I said, I deliver books to the elderly. Say one of my patrons wanted me to bring a bunch of political books that weren't, in my favor, that I didn't care for. It wouldn't matter. I would get her those books. I'd put them in a bag. I'd take them to her and I would deliver them and not say a word about what she wanted to read because it's none of my business.
Yep, and that's
Okay.
what you guys do to support. There's books in there. I'm sure that there's many people that don't appreciate or whatever, but there are people that do appreciate it, and that's part of having everything available. There's all kinds of genres. Like you said, how many? 123?
123.
Yeah.
You know, murder mystery, sci-fi, Amish fiction, which I don't like to read, but I surely am not going to get rid of it.
Right.
You know, I mean, we don't even get to pick those books, even though, I mean, we have a little bit of a say, but those genres are part of the platform of 45 other libraries.
Hmm.
So, I mean, we'd have to, it would be impossiqable.
That
You
would
know what I
be
mean?
that. And you said how many libraries are involved in this?
There's
45?
45 other libraries involved in the White Pine Cooperation. It's just, you know, that all those libraries have these kind of books.
Hmm.
They have all kinds of books, 123 genres of books that you can go through and pick
That would
what
be
you're.
asking that'd be asking 45 other libraries to do away with what they're doing as well. If and that's just it's okay to have your own opinion on things, but when we get to this point, we don't want one person's opinion to ruin the whole thing for everybody else that thoroughly enjoys the library, and that's my opinion. That doesn't mean that this person will agree with me, or that you might not agree with me but I'd hate to see this ruin the whole library the whole experience, because I've used Libby, and I actually really do enjoy being able to have all of those books at my fingertips to be able to read, especially right now with missing going into the library. And I'm going to be honest with you. One of my favorite books is Outlander. And you could, so, movie, TV show, book is Outlander. And there's a lot of risque stuff in that. But I would hope that somebody wouldn't look at me and go like, "Oh, that's really horrible of you to read something like that." you know. So, and I'm not, I'm not picking on anybody or anything, but it's so important to be able to have all of those different books available, everything, all of the stuff that you guys have, and like you said, you have no control over what is exactly put on Libby or whatever it is that you guys are using the platforms for online to be able to check out books. So I'm thankful that you guys even have that available for people.
Yes, it's very important. And I mean, we we provide information. If you want to know something and you need something, whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent, we provide that information.
Yeah.
That's part of our creed. You know, it's in the Library Bill of Rights, you know?
And that is awesome. I'm thankful that you had said that, because that is super important. You give those rights to every individual. I cannot talk today. Holy moly. See, I'm
You're
missing the
doing great.
library. I need you guys.
Thank you. I appreciate all of that. It's,
I,
you know, we try our best
I just want
every
to
day.
I just want to say that I've thoroughly enjoyed going to the library, and all of everybody that works there has been just amazing. You guys do an incredible job in day out, and with all of the programs and all of the different things that you guys keep on bringing into the library. I just want to thank you so much for doing that for us, for our community.
I want to thank you again. That's it means a lot. This has just been very hard, you know. It gets to you personally. Like it's sad. So
You guys
yeah,
also,
I
you develop relationships, with all your patrons. You know everybody. You see them, you see their smiles, you see, what they go through in their lives and stuff. Because I'm sure at any given time, people come in and they talk with you guys, and you get to know the community, and you guys are really here for us. And I want to see you guys to continue to be here for us. So, like I said, I'm not here to persuade anybody. I just really wanted to talk about what was happening and get it out there, because I know that you guys are doing your very best. And with this going on, I can only begin to imagine how much it hurts you guys. Like, trying to do the best that you guys can with everything, and then having some kind of accusation like that. I feel for you guys, and I'm thankful that you're able to join me, Melissa.
I really appreciate you having me. This has been it feels good to talk about it. You know, I mean, we spin our wheels trying to figure out how to serve our community, especially right now in this, you know, in the pandemic. It's like, and we're filling up our curbside hours are filling right up almost every day. We're getting books out, we're getting stuff out to the kids every single day. That we're open. It's phenomenal, really. So I feel like the community is they enjoy us and they see the importance of it.
Oh yeah, and if there's a head nods here in the studio from Tony. He's shaking his head, saying absolutely, and I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. I absolutely adore the kids section that you guys have as well. You guys have so many incredible things, and the summer reading programs. It's not just for kids; it's for adults. I participated last summer. Tony did too. I know a lot of people that really were getting into it, and there's just so many incredible things that you guys do, and I look forward to seeing you guys for the next 10 years.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you. This has been really, really good, and I'm glad that I got the chance to talk to you about all this.
Well, Survivor Girl stands by our community library 100%, and I know that you guys are doing everything that you can to continue to do what's best for the community, and you guys always have that in mind. And we thank you.
Thank you again, Heather. I appreciate that.
All right, Melissa, when this pandemic's all over, I'm coming in to say hi to you.
I can't wait.
All right.
Yay.
Well, thank you, Melissa Armstrong, for joining me on Survivor Girl. This has been a Survivor Girl Spotlight. Again, we stand with the Carroll Library, and go ahead and check out more of the facts. You guys, where can they find more of the facts on this?
Carroll, www.carrolllibrary.org. You can find all the facts for the millage on there. And, our Carroll Area District Library webpage has all the stuff that our website has. So either of those, you can call us at 989-673-4329. If you have any questions, you could even email me at melissa@carrolllibrary.org. I'm there. I'm there every minute I can be. And if anyone has any questions, there's all those opportunities to get a hold of us.
And also, for the ones that are interested in doing the online book reading, how are they able to do that?
Okay, so the platform is called Overdrive, and like you were talking about Libby, that's one of the apps that you can get. You just need your library card number and your PIN, and you just download the app to any device. The Kindle's a little different with Libby. You have to use the Overdrive app for the Kindle.
Okay.
But I love the Libby app, by the way. It's magic. I feel like it's magic. So
That's
you can just
incredible.
you go to carrolllibrary.org, and there's a button right on our page, and you go to that, and you can get books on your device, laptop, Kindle, phone, and audiobooks too. I listen to a lot of audiobooks right from my phone.
Awesome. I love that very much. If how are we to vote if we're not able to, or where do we go? Can we do it online to vote?
No, you could do. I think it's too late for absentee.
Oh,
but
okay.
You go to your voting. Yeah, you go to your voting booths. I do believe it's too late for the absentee ballot.
Okay.
I think that was over a few days ago, but
There are like our own City Hall. Okay,
like
yeah,
a
different.
district card. Yeah,
Okay.
there's one at City Hall. I mean, it depends on where you live. You can find that information at the State of Michigan Secretary of State website. It'll tell you where you vote.
Oh, that's very cool. So you guys hear that?
And I think we have a link on our website for that.
Oh,
to show
okay.
where to vote. I forgot about that.
Okay, yeah, awesome. So you guys hear that? It's on the 4th, correct?
Yep,
Okay.
Tuesday. Yep.
Tuesday. All right, guys. You go and do what you got to do for your vote and everything. And I had a couple more questions though for Melissa before we get off of here. A while back there was also a program I think that we were able to get through you, and I'm not sure if it's still going on with the pandemic or not. But isn't there something else about being able when you're traveling to get like passes for certain things with your library
that's the
card?
Maps pass. Yeah, you use your library card, and that's on our website too. It's called Maps, I believe, and you just you can get like discounted or free tickets to like museums, state parks, all kinds of different places. Like when I went to the Saginaw Children's Museum, I got a discount because I have a library card. I think now they're even doing it where you can have it as a screenshot before you'd have to print it off. but you could, I think now they've changed it so you could screenshot it on your phone, the discount or the free ticket. So yeah, we do have that, and it's a really cool resource. It's, people that want to travel around our state, really a lot of cool places to go.
That's awesome. I remember seeing that. And I kind of wanted to touch base with you on that too before I let you go because I was like, that's another cool thing that I wouldn't have known about if I wouldn't have seen it at the library. So that's another thing I'd like to thank you for. And for any kind of volunteering or any kind of help, there's also Friends of the Library. How do we join that if we want to help support the library further?
Oh, yeah, they're doing their memberships right now, actually. They have a Facebook page. It's the Carroll Area District Library. It's called Focal, Friends of the Carroll Area District Library.
Very
And
cool.
they do a lot of fundraising for us. And we had a they had a euchre tournament. They do book sales, used book sales. They're on Facebook, and I think there's a link on our website for their information to join. But yeah, they're doing memberships right now too. I forgot about that. Thank you
Oh, no
for
problem.
reminding me.
I think a lot of people don't know everything that's available at the library, and I kind of was hoping to touch a little bit on that too because there's so much great stuff that you guys have available. Also, you guys have DVDs that you can rent. Their copies, when everything is open, obviously. Are they able to rent DVDs right now? Curbside?
Yes, they are able to get DVDs right now.
And
Yep, definitely.
are they a dollar to rent?
Well, they are a dollar, but during the pandemic, we haven't been charging.
Oh, okay. So
So
there's new
yeah,
DVDs and all kinds of stuff that people can rent.
yeah, we just got a whole bunch of new materials for, kids, DVDs, kids for, DVDs for kids, tons of new books. We have tons of new items. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you again, Melissa. I'm going to go ahead and let you go now. I appreciate you joining me. And like I said, when I'm able to, I will come and say hi to you at the library. And, any other kind of stuff that you have going on, I would love to do more Survivor Girl spotlights with the library.
That sounds wonderful. And like I said, we have curbside delivery 6 days a week for anybody that needs anything. Just give us a call. We've got a thing on our website where you can write down what you want, and then we call you back with times of when to pick up. It's been a really good resource, and it's really helped the community just getting stuff out there so that they can enjoy books and other material stuff.
That is awesome. Thank you guys so much for being there for our community right now. That is so important right at any time, but very much so right now. So thank you again. Everybody at the library, I just want to thank you guys. Hats off to you guys for doing everything that you're doing for our community right now. And even when we're not in pandemic, you guys really do try to bring the community together, and we want to thank you for that.
Thank you again for everything.
You take care, Melissa. Thank you for joining me on Survivor Girl Podcast.
You too.
All right. All right, guys. Well, there you go. That was our Survivor Girl podcast spotlight for tonight. I've been kind of trying to do those to get more awareness out of what's available in the community, what's open at this time, what kind of businesses are still going, what kind of offers that they have. If you have a business and you're interested in joining me on a Survivor Girl spotlight, just give me an inbox message and I will be more than happy to have you join me on the podcast, or I could come and meet you. Whatever it is, we can make it happen so that people are aware of what's going on and what we have available still in our community. So I kind of want to go back a little bit with last week's, well, not last week, but the week before Survivor Girl podcast. We talked about kind of going out on a ledge and doing something for yourself. The challenge was to do something for yourself with self-care. And, that is a super important thing. I've been working through different things that I find that are important to do for myself and, to kind of start to heal through the things that I've been through, because let's just face it, guys, we hold on to a lot of things sometimes when we've been through trauma, or whether or not we have faced traumas or not, we still kind of hold on to things. So that's part of working through. And this past week was really cool. Last Monday, tomorrow will be a week since I done this. We went to Frankenmuth Aerial Park, right behind Bronner's and next to or by the historical museum over there in Frankenmuth, I think it's the Army Museum or something like that. Anyway, I went over there with Adam and his brother, and we went and hung out to do the aerial park. I don't know what happened, but I decided that I was going to go and try it. I posted a little bit of a video to let everybody know what was going on, and then the after video. I woke up feeling pretty good and decided, because in my 40s, I'm calling it the fabulous 40s, to start trying things out that either kind of give me a little bit of fear or something that I've always wanted to do, and I wanted to stop making excuses for it. So it was about, for the two of us, it was about $70 to go and do this. Which, if you stop and you think about it, you can make an excuse all day long about how much something cost or what you want to experience and what's more important, the memory or how much that you had to pay for it. So anyway, we decided to go and do this. I am terrified of heights. And so for me to go, okay, let's go do this and then not chicken out was very hard. I was actually very calm on the way there. I did a little bit of a little video after with Adam, and he was like, "You're kind of cocky." And then he was like, "No, that's not the word I was looking for." I was just trying to stay calm so that I could actually work myself up to doing it instead of going a full freak out mode beforehand. So if you guys have never done something like this, or you have something on your bucket list that you want to try that you are going to end up okay on the other side of it, I recommend being able to do that and to go and experience these things because, like I always say, life is best lived. And if you're not experiencing these things that make you a little bit terrified, you might not be going in the right direction. So we went and we did this, and they give you the full rundown of the harnesses, how to hook up, how to unhook, because you have two clips, carabiners, because I like to say that word and I can. You hook on to make sure that you're safe. So one will be hooked on and you cannot unhook it unless you hook the other one through. So that is definitely like all harnessed up, all safe. It holds up to 265 pounds. And in my head, because before weight loss surgery, I was up to 350 pounds. So in my head, I still kind of go back and forth with that, which is interesting because I'm definitely not that anymore. And sometimes I worry about like breaking something or, my biggest fear was falling and being hooked down, like hanging there and not being able to get pulled back by whoever was working. So these kind of things still come up in my head. And, but I didn't let that experience ruin the experience at all. So we got that. We went on the little baby course is what I'll call it because it's just a tiny little try it out course and it's really low to the ground. So I was able to get on there and try out the hooking, unhooking, the harness, and the zip line, I guess it's called, on a smaller scale because even if I couldn't or got scared, I was able to still touch the ground. So that was kind of cool. So I tried that out, worked myself up to get up to the top part. I have my cheering section with Adam and Rob cheering me on the whole way. I start walking up these steps that are not really steps. You can see between the slats. And for me, being afraid of heights, that is terrifying. So I start to get up there and I am shaking by the time I get up there. I am just sweating, buckets of sweat, nervous, very nervous because, it's like at least 6 feet off the ground for that part. And I'm only 5'1", and I feel like God made me that for a reason, that I shouldn't be up and doing all these heights and all these crazy things, but I decided I was going to still try it, all the while praying that I was going to make it through. But I got up there and I'm watching these like kids, just no fear, none at all, getting up, zip lining, climbing, like it's nothing. And I'm just sitting there going, I don't want to die today. Why did I decide? Buyer's remorse, people. It's a thing. I started to think, why am I doing this? But, like I said, I had my fiance, Adam, and his brother, Rob, cheering me on. They came along. It was a sporadic, let's go do this kind of thing. And they so gracefully decided to go along with me. Adam was all gung-ho. Rob, I would think, was a little bit unsure. And then when he got there, he was like, yes, we're going to do this. So, it was awesome to have that support and them saying, even if you just take one step, you already made it up here. So I get up there and I get to where the slats are, and there's like a gap, like probably about like this. And I can see straight down, and I go, if I don't get on this, in my mind, this is what I'm thinking. If I don't get on this and I fall through that little slat, which there's no way I'm too big to fall through it, but in my mind, this is what I'm thinking at the time. And I'm going, I'm just going to be hanging there, and this is not going to be fun. This is not going to be fun. So, Adam's just saying to me, hey, honey, he went ahead of me because I already had to have him grab my hand when I came up the, like, kind of ladder thing. And I thought, well, if he goes all the way across and I get over there and I'm terrified, at least I'll have his hand, to help me get onto the other platform. So I take 4 steps after he says, give me 1 step, just 1 step. And, the workers there are incredible. The one that was up there at the time said, if you can't go the other way, the rest of the way, I will help you to come back. So it helped a little bit to hear that, but still I was very terrified. I made those 4 steps, and everything in me just wanted to cry. I just wanted to kind of live up there. That's where I wanted to stay. That was it. But, she talked me through going back. Adam talked me through it. Rob helped talk me through it. And I backed up, got onto the other side, and then was able to pull myself over. And I asked the worker to unclip me because I was shaking so much. I deal with depression and anxiety. And I will tell you that my anxiety was definitely through the roof. I don't take medications for anxiety. So for me, and it's not a bad thing. I'm not saying that if you do that is a bad thing. Just for me, since weight loss surgery, I don't take any of the medications anymore. And that's been approved through my therapist and everything to stop doing so. And once in a while, if I need something, I will use some kind of natural. I do, what is that called? The not acupuncture, but the reflexology stuff. There's different things that you can do that way. Peppermint oils, whatever. Then that's for me. That doesn't mean that that's something that you guys can do. But anyway, it did help me. Oh, peace and calming is an incredible one. For me, personally, I'm not saying that it's going to work for everybody, so I'm just going to put that out there. So anyway, I was able to get back onto the platform safe and sound, but everything kind of hit at once that, oh my gosh, I did this. I did not go all the way. I didn't even make it onto the second platform. I did not make the whole thing. However, inside, I was terrified. I was celebrating, and I was proud that I actually made it back safely. And it all came in a very powerful emotion. Not only was I shaking, but I started to cry. And Adam came back over to help me to calm down. He helped me get down back on the ground, and I was safe. And then I watched them go and have fun the rest of the way, and I celebrated with them for all of the way that they made it. So, it was a very awesome experience. And I recommend, if you are going to go, to have somebody that is not terrified of heights and that is like going to support you to go and do this stuff. So I talked a little bit about this on Don't Make This Weird, and obviously I did the videos to kind of let you guys know what was what. So I am very appreciative to have so many people in my corner that are supportive of who I am and what I do and the crazy things that I want to try. So there's going to be more videos of me trying new things that might terrify me or stuff that I've always wanted to do. So I look forward to being able to do those videos because I really do feel what I say with life is best lived. I want to be able to experience things while I'm here. So I'm looking at different things, and it's important to me. It's important to try to find the best quality for my life. And sometimes that's hard to separate from other people and the way of life that you may have thought that you already had. So with that being said, I want to give some shout outs because there are some people out there that are very important to me that I want to shout out to. First off and foremost, it is my dad's birthday. My dad's 67th birthday today. I am not able to be there with him, so that's a bit hard. But my dad is somebody who has helped me through a lot of things. We haven't always seen eye to eye, as some parents do with their children. But regardless, we've always had that relationship of loving one another and supporting one another. My dad has been very supportive over me through the years with my music and, helping me to grow there. And, one of the favorite things that he's quoted for me growing up was, "Do you have your Teflon jacket on? Because if you do, nothing can stick to you." That is a very cool thing. Like, he's always had an artist kind of life. Music and everything has been one of the big things for him. And to me, that's been something that's overflowed into who I am. So I just want to. I'm thankful that he is here. He was there for me when I went through my surgery for cancer. He stayed up at the hospital with me because I would pretty much I was terrified when I woke up from it. I still didn't know exactly where I was at when it came to the cancer, if they had gotten everything, and I just came out of surgery, like a really big surgery, because part of that surgery was not being able to have children after. And and that was one of the big things is I always wanted to be a mom, and my dad always wanted to be a grandparent, obviously. So when I woke up, that was one of my thoughts, and he was right there for me. He stayed with me overnight, even though it was hard for him because he has breathing problems and he didn't have his oxygen with him. But he stayed with me overnight, and then the next day, it was. I was so thankful that he was there to be there with me. So I just want to give him a shout out and a happy birthday. He supports me in all the crazy stuff that I do, and that is awesome to have that kind of support. He is on for pretty much every single episode of Don't Make This Weird for Me. And we've had 140, 50, I don't even know now. 42? Okay, I can't read lids, but thank you. But yeah, so I'm thankful that I have that support, and I just want to give him a shout out. And I'm so thankful that him and I are able to have the relationship that we have today. Because like I said, we've had our ups and downs, as a lot of parents and children do. So to be where we're at today, I'm grateful for that. So I want to give him a shout out and a happy birthday. And I love you, Dad, if you're listening. And also, I want to give a shout out to the class of 2020, Cass City and Caro. I say Cass City because that's where I'm a Red Hawk. So I'm going to go ahead and congratulate Cass City and Caro because I live in Caro. So, and all of the 2020 graduates, this has been a difficult, weird kind of ending for your graduations. So, congratulations to all of you. We just want to wish you the best in your future and everywhere where you're going. So, and also I would like to give a shout out to one of my survivor sisters, Katie Wood Skelton. You have an army behind you, my friend. And no matter what it is that you're facing, I know on your page and on Virus Spirit 2020, you are vocal about what you're facing. And you do have an army behind you. And we support you. We put up the prayers and everything of this battle that you are getting ready to face, that you are facing. We just want to show you our love from Survivor Girl podcast and from me personally. We have a lot of things yet to still do, my friend. And we're behind you 100%, and you are a warrior. We know that you are a warrior. Like I said, we have more shenanigans to do. Katie, she rallied the troops Easter time to, not only was she doing everything for the Virus Spirit 2020 to help kids to get through all of this. She had people that would come on and read. She'd post games. She'd do all kinds of things on this page, and she still is on there. She's still active on there. But she rallied the troops for for the kids to have an Easter bunny, and I was just like, yes, let me be a part of this. And I feel like we have more of these kind of things ahead of us. So that was something that was incredible. Her heart is so big. And I just want to give a shout out to her, because she has been a part of this community. And we were talking about community tonight, pretty much, with the library and everything. And with her being a huge part of the community, she's done so many things for so many people. And everybody is coming together to help with her. Actually, I'm going to go over here to Facebook really quick because there is going to be a ride for her. I just got to find it really quick. Sorry, guys. I wasn't prepared. 1 second here, guys. Of course, I gotta. Do you have anything that you? No, got nothing right now. All right, I'm gonna look this up really quick because I want to put it out there for you guys, and I have a couple other things that I do want to promote tonight as well. But she's got so many people posting on her wall here. All right, so it is going to be a motorcycle run for Warrior, and it's from the Carol Moose Lodge Family Center, Saturday, September 10th, soccer field parking, and bikes park in the Moose Lodge parking lot. Registration will begin at 9 a.m. Kickstands up at noon. We want to leave in a group, and we will be riding by her house to show our support and love for her. That is awesome, as she is an amazing woman and has done a lot for many people, and she certainly has. This is hosted by Andrea Withers. I went to school with her, so a huge shout out to her for putting this together. There's a lot of people that are interested and are going. There's been 46 shares already on this. This is awesome, you guys. You can invite people to this, to help, and it is all in the name of Katie. And to say the big F you to cancer. So if you guys are able to do that, that's Saturday, September 26th, 9 a.m. at the Carol Moose Lodge. If you are participating with a vehicle, a car, park across at the soccer field, and bikes will park over at the Moose Lodge. Your meal is included with that price. All proceeds are going to Katie to help her through this hard time. This woman has already fought one time, and her biggest thing that she says, it may knock me down, but it ain't taking me out. And I absolutely love that. So if you guys are able to participate in that, that would be incredible to help her out in this time and her family in this time. Also, I wanted to talk about another event that's going to be happening next weekend, August 8th. There we go. I didn't have everything pulled up. I wasn't prepared because I was so excited to talk to Melissa that I didn't get everything ready for tonight. And I'm not blaming that on her. She was awesome to talk to. I'm so glad that she was able to join me tonight. Teddy's Blueberry Farm is having another craft show, and I'm excited about that. Let's see here. I believe I have it. I have shared it, but I wanted to pull this up. So Teddy's Blueberry Farm, 4385 Ruprecht, is that how you say it, Road, in Vassar, Michigan, is going to have another market day, August 8th, from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Come and shop local crafters and vendors while you are there to pick some of the best blueberries around. And they are not lying. These blueberries are incredible. I had saved some. I got 2 dozen, I think, for $5, something like that. And these blueberries are like that. And also, those are very good for you, by the way. Very good for you. I use them in my smoothies and whatnot, but you can use them in pie or whatever it is that you want to use these for. They are some of the best blueberries actually that I have had. So they aren't lying when they say that. So it starts at 9 a.m. That's August 8th. And there are going to be local crafters, vendors, and stuff like that. I joined them in the last one that they had, and it was for another great cause for a young man who had brain cancer and is getting back to his life now with everything. So that all the proceeds were going towards him, and that's just awesome. Mary's Homemade Crafts. If you look at Facebook, she makes some pretty cool signs, handmade, all kinds of other things too. If you guys can check her out, she's getting ready to do some of the signs for Halloween. She's got a Hocus Pocus blanket available as well. So that is awesome. If you guys get a chance to check her out, she's going to be out there as well. And I'm going to be hanging out. We're going to be hanging out. Tony's going to come with me. And so is Adam. We're going to go and vend for the day. So if you guys are able to come check that out and also join us for Katie's Warrior event, that would be awesome to see you guys there. I know there's a lot of things that have been canceled. There's a lot of stuff, and you guys are able to still keep your distance and do whatever it is to stay safe or whatever that you need to do. And that's okay. Everybody is supportive of whatever it is that you need to do for you. So I just want to give those shout outs and let you guys know what was going on in our community, because this, like I said, today is kind of like a community thing. So I am very thankful to be able to support our community and do all the things that we are able to do for our community. So we thank you guys so much. I know I'm probably going to be a little bit early tonight. Yeah, about 10 minutes. But I'm kind of at that point where I'm kind of out of steam. I kind of don't have have much more to go on. But I want to thank you guys for joining me, for hanging out on Survivor Girl podcast. I will be back next week, next Sunday at 6 p.m. I'm also re-aired on solidstateradio.net on Sundays. Got a chance to go hang out with them in the studio, say hello to my buddy Sean. Me and Tony did. And I'm super glad that we were able to go check out the studio. If you guys get a chance, go to solidstateradio.net. They have all kinds of podcasts and shows and music and anything that you probably would want to listen to, anything that you could find there. So if you guys can check them out, give them some love. They have a Facebook page as well. That's appreciated. And also, Strange Friends Media is one of the ones that produces my show along with Don't Make This Weird and This Is My Brain. So if you guys are able to check those out as well, we appreciate that. So I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here and go relax the rest of the night. Take a little time off, I think. But I will be back next Sunday, hopefully with a guest. I'm not sure. Oh, I want to give one more shout out because this is incredible. I forgot to mention this, you guys. I have been helping my dad with ordering groceries because I live far away, like an hour and a half from him. So I'm not able to always make it down there. I am not sponsored by Meijer or Shipt or anything. But I have ordered some groceries through Shipt, and we've had two incredible people deliver for him. And I let them know, I'm not able to get stuff for him. So they have been really cool. One of the ones that I talked to last time when we did the order, her name is Autumn. She was super awesome. I want to give her a shout out. I was supposed to have her on the show. We got to talking, and she said, if you need anything, she gave me her number. If I need anything, she would to help my dad out. Which to me that's very cool. Like that hit me right in the heart. We have some stuff that I was going to talk with her about. However, the show that I was supposed to have is when my aunt passed away and I needed the night off. So I'm hoping to touch base with her and get her on because she has a pretty cool story too. So I'm going to continue to try to touch base with her and see about getting her back on. But I also want to give a shout out to Becky M. She was the Shipt person for today. Very cool. She made sure to tell my dad happy birthday. And, that means something. There are some really incredible people out there. They do these thankless jobs, and I want to give a shout out to them because super easy to talk to. They were very, very awesome at finding what could accommodate if there wasn't something available that my dad liked. Just very cool people. I want to thank you guys. You guys do a thankless job, and I just want to give a shout out and tell you thank you for taking care of my dad, my loved one. So thank you guys. Again, I'm not sponsored by any of that, but I just want to give that shout out because to me that's important. It's good to have good people out there that can help look out for a loved one when you're not able to. So anyway, I want to do that before I take off. Thank you guys again for sharing your Sunday night with me. It means so much to me. Thank you to the Carroll Library, to Melissa Armstrong for hanging out with me and talking to me about what's happening there at the library and giving you guys some great information on what they do there. So that was awesome. And I'm looking forward to more time, hopefully with them, getting them back on the show. That was very cool. So thank you guys again for hanging out with me. And remember, life is best lived.